Let's bring in Cedric Richmond, who previously served Louisiana in Congress, served as a senior advisor for President Biden as well. I know that you were born in this area, from this area, represented this area. What are your thoughts for your community this morning?
Well, it's tragic. And I would just say that New Orleans is a city that has bounced back from a lot, but it doesn't make it any easier. You had people out celebrating, planning to bring in a new year with new hopes, new ambitions. And unfortunately, those people's families are getting calls today telling them that those people won't be in the new year with them. And so you have a bit of sadness and profound grief for those families. I'm sure that you, at least I do. There's, of course, anger, but it's just unfortunate that we live in a society and in this day and age where these events are becoming all too common. And the hard part is that law enforcement has to get it right 100% of the time.
Yeah.
And the terrorists only have to get it right once. And this is the result of when they get it right and they find a scene that they can slip through and create havoc and turmoil and as much carnage as possible.
What do you know about the type of celebration that would have been going on at this time, around 3 a.m. local time at Bourbon and Canal Streets?
Well, the ball drops, the baby drops at midnight, and then you have a number of people who are still out celebrating. You have live music. It's a open air festival. But what you also have is people that work in that area that are getting off of work and they're out and about. You have people who actually live in the French Quarter. So it is a combination of hotels, entertainment, homes, and it's our most historic, probably 16 blocks in the United States. And so it hits a nerve and it strikes home when it's Bourbon Street in New Orleans. And think of it this way, our former Congresswoman and Ambassador Lindy Boggs lived on Bourbon Street. Her home was on Bourbon Street. And so we know that there was a massive celebration going on, hence all of the injuries. And so, it will damper the celebration, but it will not keep us from celebrating those people who lost their lives, celebrating those people who were hurt, and celebrating this magnificent city of love and fun.
Cedric, it is very early on, and I am sensitive to that there will still be plenty of time to ask questions as this investigation unfolds. But do you have any, after hearing my conversation with Anna, in that the city was in the process of upgrading its barricade and bollard system in that area, and that was actually in place were temporary bollards that perhaps made it easier for a bad actor to barrel through?
Look, it's early, and I don't have too much to say about that, except the fact that, most of the time where there's a will, there's a way. And this guy had bad intentions. So whether he rode down Bourbon Street or whether he rode down Canal Street, which intersects with it, with just as many people and without barricades, he was intent on hurting people. He was going to hurt people. We're a city that 20 million people visit a year. I'm sure our visitors for this weekend are north of 1 million people. And so he could find a number of areas to do it. And unfortunately, he was able to get around a barrier or a structure on Bourbon Street as being reported. But I'm not going to fault city officials. I'm not going to fault law enforcement or our leadership, because generally in my experience, bad actors will be as creative as they possibly can to do bad things. We've seen people use planes as weapons on 9/11, and we've seen all kind of incidents. So we have to be as diligent as we possibly can. We have to, those things we can predict, we have to prevent. And I think that you saw that in the city preparing to get those things erected for Super Bowl when all eyes of the world would be on New Orleans.
What is your message to your community right now?
Well, we get knocked down a lot, but we always get back up. Whether it was Hurricane Betsy, whether it was Hurricane Katrina, whether it was the fires in the 1700s that burned down almost 80% of the city. In New Orleans, sometimes you get knocked down and that's not your fault, but we don't stay down. The things we control, and we're not gonna let his act dampen our spirit, dampen our happiness and who we are. But at the same time, I think it sends a serious message out there that there are people who want to do harm to American citizens and disrupt American way of life. And we have to be vigilant. We have to mean what we say when we say see something, say something, so that we are prepared and we can prevent these type of incidents. And that's the real message. But we're going to go into this new year in New Orleans, holding each other a little bit tighter, celebrating each other a little bit more, and making sure that we look out for each other and prepare for our days ahead. But make no mistake about it. We will mourn just like we do almost every day in New Orleans. Someone passes, we mourn. And then we have a jazz funeral to celebrate their life. And we're going to celebrate the lives of the people we lost. We're going to celebrate New Orleans. We're going to celebrate the fact that we bounced back. And you're not going to steal our joy. You may dampen it for a moment, but you're not going to steal it, and we're going to bounce back.
Cedric Richmond, we appreciate your time. I'm deeply sorry that we're speaking under these circumstances, but thank you for your time.
Thank you for your coverage.